Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone. Today we're going to be continuing to check out the Journey to Ungoro expansion, this time with something a little different. I wasn't totally satisfied with how my Jade Druid deck was performing so far, so I made some tweaks to it and I have kind of a second version that I want to play around with. I mostly stripped out the Pyromancer and replaced one of my taunt minions with a Tar Elemental. Should be fairly interesting. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how we do.
Malfurion versus Malfurion.
Alright, it's going to be a Druid off. This should be interesting. I usually actually do pretty good in a mirror match here, so I'm not too worried. We'll dump everything but the Wild Growth. We want the early game ramp here as much as possible. You will see I picked up a Harrison Jones, which I threw in this deck just to counter weapons, though I don't know how long I'll keep that in here for, just because it's not the most valuable thing. This is a pretty great ramp hand, depending on how aggressive this Druid is. It's either going to be Jade Druid or Token Druid. If it's Token Druid, we might be in a little bit of trouble, because we are not going to have anything in the early game. But if we can either survive or it's a Jade Druid, then we should be just fine. We'll be basically just turn 1 Wild Growth, turn 2 Jade Blossom, turn 3 I think we can actually Nourish, and then we can either Nourish for mana or for cards. I think we'll probably Nourish for cards first, and then we'll think about if we want to Nourish for mana. But that's thinking pretty darn far ahead. That's like turn 5 or whatever. Well, I guess it's only turn 3. Gotta love having a lot of quick early game ramp. The fact that he didn't play anything turn 1 makes me think this is probably not Token, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think this is probably another Jade Druid here, which is fine, because that means now we have the ramp advantage, which is great. And now we have a little control just in case. Let's start our Jade Druids off, or excuse me, our Jade Golems off. Sorry, I'm going to keep doing that for eternity. And we don't have a ton of cards that are going to generate the Golems right now, but they'll come up, so there's no rush for that. Need to hurry it. I'm going to just Nourish here. I don't mind taking a hit. Let's get some more cards in our hands so we have some additional options. I'd like to get, yeah, Jade Spirit's nice. I'd really like a Jade Behemoth for next turn, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Maybe we'll top deck one, who knows. If not, though, we do have a Jade Spirit and both of our Jade Idols in hand, so we'll probably just drop a Jade Spirit. Yeah, okay, it's going to fellow Jade Druid. We'll drop a Jade Spirit here and then go ahead and shuffle some more Jade Golems, or Jade Idols into our deck. Boom. And then we can go ahead and play our other one. It is tempting to wait for the Gadgets on Auctioneer, and honestly, I'm not quite sure what would have been the better call. But I'm going to go ahead and trade this for now since we have a larger board control. But I think it's not too bad playing it right off the bat, just because we do have other spells that we can draw into that will generate more golems, and I want to keep our golems larger than his, if at all possible. If he gets ahead of us there and then gets like an Auctioneer combo, we could be in trouble, so. Alright, fine. Well, 2 can play at that game. Next turn I'm probably going to Wrath your dumb moves. Oh, jeez. Well, I'll definitely Wrath it. Maybe next turn will be super passive and we'll just like Wrath, Nourish. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. We'll do that. Let's Wrath, and we'll get a card out of it. Another Auctioneer, not bad. And then we'll go ahead and Nourish. I can take the 2 damage, and we obviously are not going to gain 2 mana crystals at this point, since we don't have any spells to combo with our Auctioneer. Rather have the draw. Great. Really would like to get some more spells here, but it's not too big of a deal. Hopefully we can Primordial Drake and clear out most of what he plays here. Well, we will clear most of it out, actually, more or less ideally, so we'll go with that. His Aya is still alive, so he'll have to actually attack with it to generate his other golem. But we got to be careful because he's starting to get ahead of us now, and it's not great. I think maybe next turn might be time to start using the Auctioneer if we can draw an Innervate. I really could use an Innervate right about now. Alright, Wrath it. Okay, so he's going to keep the Aya? That's interesting. I mean, I suppose she's better as that than as a golem. Okay, so I guess I don't want to Auctioneer quite yet, because we only have 1 card we could play with it, or what we would only be able to play 1 more spell. So instead, let's continue with our Jade Ramp and get a little bit of taunt out there. We'll go ahead and Jade Spirit, Tar Creeper, And then we will actually wrath his stupid Aya here so we can draw another card. I know it's giving him a golem, but I'd rather he had a 3-3 than a 5-5. Or excuse me, than a 5-1. And now we have another Jade Blossom in hand, which we can use for some more draw, as well as it goes really well with the Auctioneer combo since it triggers as 2 separate spells. Which is actually really nice. I've been finding a lot of ways to use that to my advantage. I've appreciated. Okay, so he's gonna get good value here, but it is what it is. Oh, Earth and Scales, so we can't even ping it off easily. We'll probably just ignore it then. Yeah, it's time for our Auctioneer combo. So Auctioneer number 1, we'll go ahead and Jade Idol. We still have 2 more in the deck, so we can just play a 5-5. Innervate, yes. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to be a good combo, you guys. Oh, Innervate number 2? What? Alright, let's Jade Blossom here. Feral Rage, not bad. We'll Innervate again.
I can see.
That's what I thought. Love the Gadgets on Auctioneer combo. So yeah, I hope you guys like the changes that I've made to the deck. It's a little less prepared for some early game aggression, but it plays a lot more consistently. I think it's closer to a 70% win rate for me so far, which has been really good. So if you did like the episode, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video so that I know. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.